How important is Asia ex-Japan to Nomura's overall business strategy?
Nomura defines ourselves as an Asian-rooted global financial institution. Asia is the important differentiating aspect for Nomura in our global businesses. In Asia, economy is growing and individual wealth is expanding faster than any other region.
In terms of the style that you would work with different clients, that would depend on what different investors are looking for. But that doesn't mean to say that you listen to everything that they say and take them as gospel. If there are weaknesses in their argument, you should go back and point it out. So I think it's definitely a two-way dialogue in trying to get to a better place in the end.
The topic I focused in today's global economic panel was the likeliness and likely trigger of monetary policy normalization from Bank of Japan. Our current idea is nothing would happen in terms of monetary policy normalization from Bank of Japan, simply because very much stagnant wage and inflationary condition in Japanese economy wouldn't allow BOJ to start normalizing monetary policy anytime soon. So we should stand for very stable and depressed condition of rates for a while.
So the China's policy causing some sort of asset bubbles in the real estate market in particular, the Japanese investors see that as the mirror image of the 80s in Japan, and also afraid as a major risk to the global financial markets. Having said that, the China's property market or financial market in general are relatively isolated from the global financial market. So we don't really believe, even the bubble pops in China, that there's going to be an immediate contagion effect on the other.
The stock market does not reflect the political uncertainty yet. And actually, sterling has trading very strongly recently. And with that, ECB's QE decision is working very positively for the UK. And investors are looking at the strong UK data and attractive level of UK yields at this moment. The situation is a bit different in option market. The 3-month implied volatility is now very high level, and actually the level is higher than the Scottish referendum period. So the demand for option is quite high level, and this suggests investors believe that UK election will be an important event for FX market going forward. UK election will be negative for sterling, and political risk is likely to remain at high level as opinion polls suggest. At this moment, it is probably too early to position for UK election as people are focusing on the positive impact from ECB's QE on sterling. However, the higher political risk is clearly negative for the currency, and we expect the negative impact from the political risk will be more clearer early late March or early April.
One thing that China should definitely do, depending on the Japan lessons during the burst of asset price bubble, will be as early as possible recognition of the magnitude of the issue itself.
When you think of Nomura, the first thing you may think about is our leading Japanese retail network, almost 160 branches across the country. But that only tells part of the story. The truth is, we've been building financial markets around the world for quite a long time, all the way back to 1925, when our founder, Tokushichi Nomura II, set up shop. Tokushichi was a progressive man, establishing an in-house research team, hiring English-speaking staff, investing in foreign markets, and running advertising in financial publications. He established the Founders' Principles, a way of doing business that even today lies at the heart of Nomura's business operations. Putting customers first. Global ambition. Rigorous research and analysis. Getting ahead of the curve. Entrepreneurial spirit. Teamwork. Customer service mindset. Acquisition and development of talent. This way of thinking has served us well over the last 90 years. In 1927, opening up an office in New York. In 1964, when we opened for business in the UK. In 2002, when we were incorporated on Shanghai Stock Exchange as the first special overseas member. And in 2007, when we acquired Instinet, a leading institutional, agency-only electronic brokerage. Fast forward to present times, and we are now some 28,000 people across 30 different countries, actively connecting markets east and west. But we are disciplined and measured in our approach. Ours is not a waterfront coverage model. We actively participate only in the areas where we can add value. Today, Nomura Group is comprised of Nomura Holdings and other subsidiary companies. Why Nomura? For a start, we're at home in Asia and a leading authority on Japan. We have a strong balance sheet and capital position. Our research is award-winning. Our strong financial metrics driven by our business model and strategy are recognized. And while the world is a very different place than it was when Takeshichi Nomura founded our business, we have never lost the drive to innovate or our commitment to always place clients at the center of everything we do.
It is Nomura's advantage to have Asia as our home market because what our global clients expect from us is access to Asia, in which Nomura has lots of expertise and network to offer. Connecting East and West is our core strength and value creation in our global business strategy.
Nomura recently obtained approval to set up a securities joint venture in China. What is your strategy in China?
We will develop wealth management client network as a first round of China domestic strategy. Most Chinese wealthy individuals are still at their 40s or even younger, and they will be active for next couple of decades. They are also corporate owners, and there are various business opportunities on that side as well. In other words, they have needs of IPOs, financing, M&As, and many solutions in wholesale area. Eventually, Nomura aims to operate with full license in China, which is Nomura's proven winning strategy in Japan.
What do you think our clients in China expect from us, and what unique strengths does Nomura have to offer them?
China is facing new challenges. Japan has gone through similar difficulties in the last 3 decades, and in general, there are lessons to learn from Japan's experiences. Chinese financial institutions and even regulators expect Nomura to bring in our global experiences as well as best practices such as risk management and governance. Although recently many Chinese people are visiting Japan, their investment into Japan has been limited so far. Chinese clients naturally expect us to introduce investment opportunities in Japan. Same for the other direction. Also, our Chinese shareholder partners are keen to develop their connection with Nomura's clients in Japan, and I expect many new chemistries being explored.